What's up, ladies and gentlemen? So this is what I don't understand. How can Hillary have supporters? Every day, it's more and more clear how corrupt she is, yet millions of people still say they are voting for her over Trump. Okay, so whatever your reasons may be, not liking Trump is not a good reason to vote for Hillary. Okay, if you don't like Trump, that's fine, but please don't vote at all then, especially if you are considering voting for Hillary. And in this video, I will debunk several pro-Hillary arguments that you often hear in social media, news, and pretty much everywhere. You read comments like, "Oh, she is way more qualified to be president." My answer would be, what? How on this planet that we call Earth is she qualified? She has no accomplishments in her 30 plus years in politics. Also, as a side note, in my humble opinion, 30 plus years in politics is more a negative than a positive. So look back through her political history and you will find no accomplishments. Even her supporters can't name accomplishments. Also, she has had criminal allegations and charges against her, which based on some law I've read somewhere on some site, I'll put a link down below, that technically that disqualifies her from running for political office, I believe. Not that anyone's going to, push that, of course. But she has had criminal allegations and charges against her. And I'm not talking 20 years ago, even though that could still apply, but I'm talking within the last 4 years or so when she was in public office, mainly Secretary of State, and even since then. So none of those allegations or charges have been disproved either, by the way. The Department of Justice, also, basically Loretta Lynch, secretly, in quotes, because everyone knew about it, she met with Bill Clinton before all the hearings, and all of a sudden, the Department of Justice dropped the persecution. That could work too. Dropped the prosecution. I could go on and on and on about the corruption and scandals in the Clinton history, but I will move on from that for now. So another reason not to support her is her absolute control of the unbiased, quote, nonpartisan media. Every major news outlet, except Fox News sometimes, is in her pocket in some way or another. They don't mention WikiLeaks or any of these scandalous emails that have been released. Instead, they make up stupid stories about Trump, and use some stupid comments he made 11 years ago. And that's the biggest news. All these WikiLeaks... Yeah, you probably feel the same way as I do. But then you hear her diehard supporters saying, "Oh, you listen to faux news. They are so biased towards the right and openly hostile to liberals." So because there is one news network that isn't completely liberal biased, it's considered hostile to Democrats? What a load of crap. Are they completely fair and balanced, as they advertise? Of course not. They probably have more conservative and independent hosts than liberal. But I hate when people say, "You Fox stars are all the same," or "You people who listen to faux news are dumb." So what does that make you then? The people who watch CNN, MSNBC, CBS, ABC, NBC, etc., plus all the major newspapers, but who really reads newspapers? But people do read them online, I suppose. Anyways, but they're all clearly biased towards the left, and Hillary in this case. And the Podesta emails on WikiLeaks prove that as well. So the people who watch Fox News are retarded, but everyone who watches the liberal-controlled news networks aren't. Makes sense. And the next argument is, "Oh, because she's a strong woman who supports women's rights." That is the stupidest argument. Yes, she is a woman, but the strong adjective is definitely subjective. But she most definitely does not support women or women's rights. There is proof to back this up. During her husband's presidential terms, she directed what is known as the Bimbo Eruption Squad, which basically covered up Bill's scandals and affairs with women by basically destroying their lives. She also talks about the gender wage gap, how women made 72 cents for every dollar men make. But the funny part is, she is part of that problem. because during her time as a senator, and probably since then too, I'm sure, she paid her female staff, guess what, 72 cents for every dollar men make. You can check out my video, 5 Reasons Not to Vote for Hillary, for more about that if you are interested. The next argument you hear is her experience and success in politics. No. I am linking an article on the screen above. Please read that regarding her political resume. And finally, at least for this video, the biggest news no one is talking about, which are the emails that WikiLeaks has been releasing. Now, the following information I'm talking about is obviously from WikiLeaks, where the whole list is located, but I'm just going to talk about some of the ones I found most interesting. Well, the emails by themselves should show the country how unqualified she is, how corrupt, how scandalous, how manipulative, and how criminal she is. She talks about things like open trade and open borders, how Saudi Arabia funds ISIS but she still took their money, how she sat on a board that funded ISIS, how her own advisor blamed her for Benghazi, how she bragged about being invited to Putin's inner sanctum, how her team actually picked Tim Kaine for VP last year in July of 2015. Also, the media bias is discussed. For example, the DNC chief, Donna Brazile, conspired with Hillary to defeat Bernie Sanders, which is kind of well known. Also, a list of reporters taking orders from Hillary, Hillary's script reading during interviews. CNN calls Hillary Madre, which obviously means mother in Spanish. The New York Times gave Hillary veto power in her quotes, so basically she got to pick and choose what she wanted to say in any New York Times articles regarding her. And Donna Brazile again shared the town hall questions for the debate with Hillary. Hillary has also had very corrupt relationships with the government and other officials. For example, Hillary was in touch with Obama's Department of Justice on the email investigation. Hillary's attorney did not turn over the thumb drive and the server. Hillary is accepting foreign money for her campaign. Hillary's team doesn't know what's in her emails and they are nervous about it. Hillary gave special attention to the Friends of Bill after the Haiti earthquake. And the top Clinton donor paid $250 million for tax evasion. And Hillary calls Trump a racist and a hater. But listen to this. So Hillary's communication director, she trashes Catholics. Hillary's advisors admit she hates everyday normal Americans. She calls African Americans losers. She said, quote, "I'm kind of far removed from the struggles of middle class." Hillary did not want to ask for Bernie's health records because of how bad her own are. The Clintons have a massive hits file on Bernie Sanders. I'm sure among other politicians, I'm sure she has the same kind of files. She also said ignorant voters are the key to the win. She wants unaware and compliant citizenry. I also linking below a Reddit.com article which many people have contributed to with summaries of the tons of emails that people have dug through. So clearly, Trump's past is nowhere near as dark and dirty as Hillary's, even the present. Wow, he called someone a name, said some crude comments, but didn't actually act on them. He does not treat women badly. Ask his female employees, his wife, his daughters, even his ex-wives. Plus, he has quite a few female supporters, many of my friends and family, for example. Just not the crazy wacko feminists who only support Hillary because she is a woman, and that's the only reason. Not because she's actually done anything for women, as I proved above and as her record proves. Basically, in summary, this video is basically how can anyone support Hillary after knowing all this? Please pass this along to any undecided voters or Hillary supporters or voters on the fence or whatever to tell your families and friends, to tell their families and friends to get out and vote for Trump. I would like to thank you all for watching this video. If you like this video, like the other videos I have done, or are interested in more videos, please like, comment, and subscribe below. I really appreciate that. Also, please check out my website, jeffsworld.org, my Facebook page, and my Twitter. And once again, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.